And I said, no, I actually think it's really brilliant. And I just felt like after I said that, you were a little uncomfortable and you got up and left the room.
I did feel uncomfortable.
So I'm just explaining.
Okay.
Yo, what's up, everybody? We're going to be talking about the second episode of The Traitors of the new season, which is season 3. Let's talk about this episode. Okay, so this episode was like, now things are like the ball is rolling, because in the first episode it's like everything's just kind of starting, but this second episode it was like, oh yeah, the game is on. So it picks up where the first episode left off. It's still nighttime. It's the first night. So Alan is like in the middle of the woods, and Rob comes back, because remember, he had the opportunity to have become part of the cast, but nobody wanted him. But he is back, and Alan promises him that he will be a traitor. Now, there are 2 other people joining. A man named Derek from from Big Brother. Rob is from Survivor. Derek is from Big Brother. And then there's a third man joining, Wes. Now, if you guys have watched House of Villains, you know Wes pretty well. And in my opinion, Wes should have won House of Villains. So I was really excited to see Wes. I thought he had a spectacular strategy in the House of the Villains. Unfortunately, he's going to be a faithful along with Derek. But it's good to see him. So those are the 3 people that have joined the cast. Let's go back to the traitors that have already been chosen, though, which are Bob, Danielle, and Carolyn. So they are trying to figure out who are they going to kill, because it's time to do the first killing. Now, here's the thing, y'all. Right out of the bat, the thing that unites all 3 of them is that a housewife needs to be killed. So what I'm getting at is that last season, Phaedra made such an impact, and the little Bravo clique made such an impact, that I feel like that backfired this new season. Because as we get throughout the rest of the episode, we can see that the housewives have a target on their back, and I don't like it at all. Anyway, because they've united on the fact that they will absolutely be killing a housewife, now they need to decide who are they going to kill. Will it be Dolores? Will it be Robyn? Or will it be Dorinda? Those are pretty much the ones that they are talking about. They didn't really talk about Ayan, but they were talking about these 3. They toyed around the idea of Robyn being it and Dolores, but for some reason, Danielle wanted to kill Dorinda. Like, she was adamant about that. Now, Carolyn was saying, I don't think that's a good idea. So Danielle says, well, tell me why. Carolyn couldn't really tell her why. She just felt like it wasn't a good idea. So that's the thing that they need to decide. So they end up deciding, and we don't see that until the next morning, when everybody's waking up and they're at the iconic dining room place, and they're all eating their breakfast. And, little by little, people are coming, and they're all dramatic when people walk through the door, seeing who is, who's coming in, who is not. And, of course, they're all speculating on who they think it might be and things like that. And, again, housewives, because Dorinda had just gotten into an argument with some people yesterday, a lot of them think that it was her, that she is a traitor. Anyway, long story short, as people keep coming inside the dining room, the last people are the housewives. They are the last to arrive, and the last 2 are Dolores and Robyn, which means everybody is there except Dorinda. Now, y'all have no idea how sad I was. I really was, because that is the main reason I was watching the show, and I think we were robbed. I think as the audience, we were robbed, because the fact that we never got Dorinda to be at a roundtable, like, are you kidding me? I think there should be a rule that housewives can't be eliminated the first 5 episodes, because come on, you guys, oh my god. Well, at least we know it's not produced, but it's not that produced, because if they knew what was good, they would know that Dorinda would get them viewers, but the traitors, they spoke, and Dorinda is gone. Dolores was definitely very upset about this. I think Dolores was the closest to Dorinda, so she was very upset. And that, the one thing I will say about Dorinda's killing is that really worked to get everybody confused. Like, whoa, because remember, people thought Dorinda was a traitor, but now she's the one that was killed. So it definitely helped to distract. But Danielle's being very strategic about this. She's going around saying to people, well, what if it was, I still think it's a housewife. What if a housewife killed another housewife to get the distraction off of them? So she's going around planting this, and I think it's actually a pretty effective thing to say. Now, another person that's a little suspicious is a man named Lord Ivar Mountbatten. He is a British guy. Apparently he's an aristocrat somehow in the family tree of the royals. He's the one that got into the biggest fight with Dorinda, so people are thinking it might be him. Robyn is talking about, I'm really good at reading people. I said, Robyn, are you sure? Because you had a whole traitor living in your house for about a decade. That's neither here nor there. But anyway, this woman, Robyn, is adamant that Wells is a traitor, which, by the way, I forgot to say on my first episode, I love the Bachelor franchise, so I definitely like Wells a lot, but he's not a traitor, we know that, but that's what Robyn is going around saying, and they even had a little bit of an exchange, and Wells was like, well, maybe it was you, maybe you're the traitor. I mean, because Robyn was going around saying that, oh, Dorinda was a very strategic murder, and Wells said, I don't think it is. So they are both seeing each of their responses as a negative. Anywho, it is now time for the mission. So this mission, everybody goes to the forest and 3 cages are hanging from trees. And of course, we know those are the 3 newcomers that are going to be joining. So Alan, they were covered, but then they uncover them to reveal all 3. So the mission this day is that there are little things of coins across the forest hanging in knots, and the people have to untie the knots, get the little bags, and in each little bag there are coins. So with these coins, not only is it going to be additional money to the grand prize, it's also, you're going to get the coin and you're going to be able to choose who do you want to give this coin to out of the 3 newcomers. You're going to put them in a little container, and every time you put a coin, their cage is going to be dropping little by little by little by little. Now here's another thing. Each 3 of these new members in the cages each have a shield that they are going to be giving to whoever they choose. So when they get going, right away, the man that was getting everybody's coins was Rob. People were just giving him coin after coin after coin because they wanted to be kiss ass, So they were giving him coins. Some people then gave to Derek, and then the last one was Wes. But eventually, all 3 of them were able to get completely down. So all 3 shields will be given out. Now, if I was there, I would have been giving all of my coins to Wes, only because I do know he is a good alliance somehow, because that's what we saw in House of Villains. But anywho, like I said, they all have a shield. Now, they're not going to be giving the shields right now. They're going to wait until after banishment. So anyway, after that, they get back to the castle and they have some time to sort of all talk around. What are they thinking? And then it's time for the banishment. It's time for the roundtable so they can have a banishment. One of the things that I've noticed is that people are sort of a little bit of afraid to throw names out there. And I kind of get it, especially because it's way too early to be putting names out there. There's really little to go based off of, but it's time for the round table and everyone's sort of scared to speak up, but Bob the drag queen goes ahead and he's the first one to say that he thinks that Wells is a little suspicious, and poor Wells is like, me? Like, what have I done that has been suspicious? And that's where Robyn joins in and says that she thinks it's Wells. So there was a little bit of a tense moment between Robyn and Wells for sure, because he thinks that Robyn is the traitor. They both think each other is the traitor and they have an exchange of words. And then there's a bunch of other accusations that were just Well, some of them I understood. Like Dolores goes ahead and says that she thinks that the British guy Ivar is the traitor because he got into a fight with Dorinda and Dorinda isn't here. Of course, Danielle wants to throw this narrative that a housewife is a traitor, so she signals Robyn, and those are sort of the three that are like, the most reasonable guesses. But like I said, the other dumb guesses were like Tom Sandoval thinking that it was a bunch of people. Wells says that he thinks that it might be Sam as well, not just Robyn, but also Sam, Britney Spears' ex-husband. There's just a lot of finger pointing, but they get down to the votes. And the three people that definitely have the most votes, like I said, were Wells, Robyn, and Ivar. But then the tie-breaking vote comes, and it goes to Wells, and it was actually casted by Carolyn. Now let me say something about Carolyn. I think that out of the traitors, she's probably going to be the first one that's going to be like revealed, because she's so bad at this. Like, she is so bad at like controlling her faces. Like, you can see the nervousness around her. But yeah, Wells is eliminated, so he goes up to the little circle of truth and he reveals that he is a faithful, and they feel bad. Who I felt bad seeing them feel bad? Chanel Ayan. She was in tears, you guys. She said that Wells was the one that was so close to her, that he was nice, that he was the only one explaining the game to her. That really made me upset. Also, I gotta point out something. So, Tom Sandoval had a little bit of an exchange with this girl, Chrishell. And because Tom had also said that he thought it could have been Chrishell. So, Chrishell says to him, Tom, we can't be personal. I know that you have a preconceived notion because I'm friends with your ex, Ariana, but it's not about being personal. Then she actually ended up voting Tom Sandoval out, and her reasoning was, I know that Tom can be a liar, which is what a traitor is. And I said, girl, didn't you just say a few minutes ago that it shouldn't be personal? You're so hypocritical for saying that. Girl, bye. You just wasted your damn vote. And Tom, both of y'all can go because y'all are dumb. Y'all wasted your votes for nothing. But yeah, you guys, those are the people that were eliminated this episode. Dorinda and Wells. Again, really upset about Dorinda. She could have made excellent television. And I don't like this, and I don't like the fact that these housewives have a target on their backs. And Robyn was pissing me off. It kind of reminded me why I'm glad she's not on Potomac anymore. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. My biggest fear is that they're gonna get rid of all the entertaining people. Because I know it's a game, but if they get rid of all the entertaining people and we're left with the boring ones, it's gonna be so boring. But I will say, when it comes to the traitors, going back to them for a little bit, hands down, Bob and especially Danielle, excellent choices. They are really good choices. The way that they're fooling everybody, especially when people are vanishing, the way that they let these tears come out is impressive. So I am really rooting for them to win the game. But anyway, you guys, let me know what you thought about the second episode. We're going to be recapping the third one, which was also released, so I can't wait to see what that brings. Let me know your thoughts. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.